Good afternoon, Team Ramstein. I am Staff Sergeant George Lennon, an instructor from the Ramstein Airman Leadership School. On behalf of the Commandant, Master Sergeant Kendrick Burton, and our host, the Commander, 86th Airlift Wing, Brigadier General Joshua M. Olson, welcome to the Ramstein Airman Leadership School's virtual graduation ceremony for Class 2021-2. We are pleased to bring you an event that everyone can attend safely from their homes. The mission of the Airman Leadership School program is to prepare airmen and guardians to be the professional warfighting airmen and space professionals who can supervise and lead Air Force work teams to support the employment of air and space power. The students received 192 hours of comprehensive instruction in 4 outcomes: mission, leadership, problem solving, and Air Force culture. They will be using this knowledge to further our country's vision of democracy, freedom, and peace. We would like to recognize all the directors, commanders, chief master sergeants, first sergeants, supervisors, mentors, family, and friends of our graduates who have extended their support throughout the course. It is your understanding, sacrifice, and patience that has allowed your members to make it thus far. Thank you for viewing today's ceremony. And finally, today's event would not be possible without the sacrifices of the brave airmen and guardians who have fallen in combat, those that are currently defending our freedom around the world, and the support of their families. At this time, we will hear a few motivational words from our Commandant, Master Sergeant Kendrick Burton.
Class 2021-2. What can I say about you guys? You guys were amazing, and it's been a very enjoyable class, especially to start off the new year. You guys came with a lot of enthusiasm and passion, and greatly appreciated it. It helped kind of enliven us even in our virtual capacities. So I want to leave you with this. We talked about a lot over the last 24 days. We talked about your role coming up as new supervisors. We talked about how you can know more about yourself, know yourself to lead yourself. We talked about the importance of knowing your story. We also talked about the perspectives of various visitors that came through, from generals to command chiefs to first sergeants. And the last thing that we talked about is the difference between a fire NCO and a trash NCO, right? We've all experienced them before, and you guys had a ton of experiences and stories to share. But what I want to leave you with is the need to understand and identify both of those things. What's a trash NCO and what's a fire NCO? And now you've been given the tools, the education, the know-how to be able to implement those. But it's up to you to choose which path you're going to go on. So I, for one, am extremely excited about what that path looks like and look forward to the future as you lead the Air Force newest troops to be fire in whatever capacity you're thriving in. Have a good time, and congratulations on your graduation.
Thank you, Sergeant Burton. When the Air and Space professionals of Class 2021-2 logged into their Zoom meeting rooms on the 7th of January, they took the first steps on a new path in their Air and Space Force careers as supervisors and non-commissioned officers. Today, we return them to duty, focused and ready for their responsibilities. The mere fact that these 81 airmen are graduating today indicates that they have achieved success. And now, the moment that all the students have been waiting for. The diplomas announced today represent 5 weeks of hard work and dedication. The names that you are about to hear belong to the Air and Space Force's newest first-line supervisors, starting with Avenger Flight. Each instructor will have the distinct pleasure to announce their students' names. As each graduate is called, please show your support by commenting below.
I am Technical Sergeant Shang Morris, the instructor for Avenger Flight, and I am proud to announce our graduates. From the 86th Logistics Readiness Squadron, Staff Sergeant Brian Aragon. From the 5th Field Investigations Region, Senior Airman Natalia Bazil. From the 86th Medical Squadron, Senior Airman Caitlin Berger. From the 786th Civil Engineer Squadron, Staff Sergeant Brian Gauthier. From the 725th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Staff Sergeant Ronaldo Guevara Jr. From the 721st Aerial Port Squadron, Staff Sergeant Jacob Hoffman. From the 86th Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman John Jimenez Tarazona. From the 721st Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Williams Lay. From the Detachment 1, 786 Force Support Squadron, Staff Sergeant Enoch Park. From the 86th Communications Squadron, Senior Airman Heather Petrowski. From the USAFE Africa Nuclear Operations Center, Staff Sergeant Jamari Sharp. From the 721st Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Michael Sherwood. From the 569th United States Forces Police Squadron, Staff Sergeant Lucas Stevens. From the 24th Intelligence Squadron, Staff Sergeant Jessica Surovic. Ladies and gentlemen, Avenger Flight. Avengers, I could not have thought of a better way to kick off 2021. Okay, maybe a thing or two. However, this is in regards to work and school, this is an extremely strong start. I had so much fun with you in the flight room. Despite, the virtual environment, I really enjoyed it and felt like we were constantly engaged from day 1 to day 24. So first of all, thank you for your honesty, for being caring, for your patience, the intensity that you brought to the classrooms when you were given assignments, staying open-minded, and also bringing all the different laughter and joy as we navigated this curriculum. But we are at this crossroad now where you have to go back to work. I do have to release you back to your work centers, but I am looking forward to what you will be able to do. Without a doubt, I believe that you're going to be successful in navigating this next chapter of your lives, not only as supervisors, but as mentors, leaders, and friends. So, keep up with the awesome attitudes. Your personalities are wonderful, and keep sharing those impactful stories and making a difference, to where you work, but also in your lives and those who surround you. So congratulations on completing ALS, and I wish you all best wishes in the future. Bye.
I am Technical Sergeant Joshua Venegas, the instructor for Defender Flight, and I'm proud to announce our graduates. From the 86th Aeromedical Evacuation Squadron, Staff Sergeant Delilah Allen. From the 721st Aerial Port Squadron, Staff Sergeant Kelsey Borden. From the 721st Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Pascal Borgman. From the 435th Contingency Response Support Squadron, Staff Sergeant Prince Kane. From the 725th Air Mobility Squadron, Staff Sergeant Abigail Delgado. From the 4th Air Support Operations Group, Senior Airman Hunter Gardowski. From the 86th Medical Support Squadron, Senior Airman Anirudh Kumaragiri. From the 435th Construction and Training Squadron, Staff Sergeant Anthony Palmer. From the 86th Logistics Readiness Squadron, Senior Airman Scott Plant Jr. From the 691st Cyberspace Operations Squadron, Staff Sergeant Joshua Pobre. From the 86th Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Isaiah Rendell. From the 86th Operations Support Squadron, Senior Airman Mason Reynolds.
From the 786th Civil Engineer Squadron, Staff Sergeant Stephen Olbeck.
Ladies and gentlemen, Defender Flight. How's it going, Defenders? Sergeant Venegas here. You guys are graduated. It's an awesome feeling. I really hope that you guys are cherishing this moment. Albeit virtual, it's still an important thing. One thing I really want to impart on you guys and gals is a simple concept. Are you going to be a part of the culture, or are you going to change the culture? And really think about that as you guys move on as NCOs and future supervisors, because I really think you all can change the Air Force if you want. But you have to be willing to do it, and I got no doubts in my mind that you can do that.
I am Technical Sergeant Gregory Foster, the instructor for Freedom Flight, and I am proud to announce our graduates. From the 435th Security Forces Squadron, Senior Airman Kyle Levino. From the 86th Medical Squadron, Senior Airman Nicole Bitterlich. From the 24th Intelligence Squadron, Senior Airman Andrew Boyd. From the 786th Civil Engineer Squadron, Staff Sergeant Jimmy Brazino. From the 496th Security Forces Squadron, Staff Sergeant Alan Brown. From the 86th Communications Squadron, Senior Airman Sarah Early. From the 721st Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Miles Green. From the 725th Air Mobility Squadron, Staff Sergeant Eric Hanrahan. From the 86th Vehicle Readiness Squadron, Senior Airman Julian Jimenez. From the 76th Airlift Squadron, Senior Airman Mercedes Jones. From the 709th Technical Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman James Keeney. From Detachment 1, 2nd Air Support Operations Squadron, Staff Sergeant Adam Mitchell. From the Detachment 4 Air Postal Squadron, Staff Sergeant Jonathan Perry. From the 721st Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Leo Schuster. Ladies and gentlemen, Freedom Flight. Hey Freedom Flight, congratulations on your achievement. After everything you guys have went through, you excelled in every portion of Airman Leadership School. From day one, you came into this class with high energy, being engaged and participating. And I ask you to keep that same energy when you go back into your work centers. Continue to be that change and make the difference. Everything that you guys have learned throughout this course, apply it in your supervisory roles. We had an absolute blast. As much as you guys learned here in Airman Leadership School, I'm proud to say that you guys taught me a lot as well. Proud to be your instructor, humbled to be your instructor. Wish you guys the best of luck in your future endeavors, and I look forward to seeing you around.
I'm Staff Sergeant Sierra Engel, the instructor for Guardian Flight, and I'm proud to announce our graduates.
From the 603rd Air Operations Center, Senior Airman Sierra Adams.
From the 721st Aerial Port Squadron, Staff Sergeant Diana Algarin Zuniga. From the 569th United States Forces Police Squadron, Staff Sergeant Ryan Cleary. From the 435th Air Ground Operations Wing, Senior Airman Sebastian Frazier. From the 721st Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Israel Garza. From the 24th Intelligence Squadron, Senior Airman Gary Guerra. From the 721st Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Clark Jones. From the 86th Operations Medical Readiness Squadron, Staff Sergeant Josue Perea. From the American Forces Network Europe Benelux, Senior Airman Leah Ritchie. From the 86th Comptroller Squadron, Staff Sergeant Dennis Rodriguez Escobar. From the 786th Civil Engineer Squadron, Staff Sergeant Jesse Slater. From the 721st Aerial Port Squadron, Staff Sergeant Jake Slayton. From the 1st Communications Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman DeAndre Willis. Ladies and gentlemen, Guardian Flight. Guardian Flight, Class 2021-2. You are my second flight ever, and I am so proud of each and every one of you. Y'all have come together as a unit, as a team, and y'all have built something so great, and y'all are networking and relying on each other, and it showed from day one, and I'm so proud of each and every one of you. Stay spicy.
I am Staff Sergeant Philip Zavala, the instructor for Sentry Flight, and I am proud to announce our graduates. From the 725th Air Mobility Squadron, Senior Airman Shane Earing. From the 435th Construction and Training Squadron, Senior Airman Martin Estrada. From the 691st Cyber Operations Squadron, Staff Sergeant Joshua Flincham. From the 86th Security Forces Squadron, Staff Sergeant Jaden Kralikowski. From the 86th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Staff Sergeant Kane McKinnon. From the 86th Logistics Readiness Squadron, Senior Airman Jerry Minnery Jr. From the 86th Medical Squadron, Senior Airman Jasmine Niamu. From the 86th Munitions Squadron, Staff Sergeant Ryan Preciado. From the 721st Aerial Port Squadron, Staff Sergeant Roberto Robles Jr. From the 450th Intelligence Squadron, Staff Sergeant John Scott. From the 721st Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Rebecca Tolles. From the 569th United States Forces Police Squadron, Staff Sergeant Agustin Torres. From the 721st Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Brody Walker. Ladies and gentlemen, Sentry Flight. Hey Sentry Flight, congratulations on getting to graduation. Please take into consideration everything you've learned up until this point and apply it moving forward. I'm sure you're going to be great leaders and supervisors. I'll see y'all later.
I am Staff Sergeant George Lennon, the instructor for Warrior Flight, and I'm proud to announce our graduates. From the 569th United States Forces Police Squadron, Staff Sergeant Diana Adams. From the USAFE Warrior Prep Center, Staff Sergeant Nathan Aviles. From the 721st Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Kristen Basco. From the 402nd Intelligence Squadron, Staff Sergeant Jacob Foster. From the 86th Operational Medical Readiness Squadron, Staff Sergeant Angelica Garner. From the 721st Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Brian Halverson. From the 86th Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Justin Krigbaum. From the 86th Medical Squadron, Senior Airman Madison Marks. From the 86th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Thomas McAuliffe. From the 435th Construction and Training Squadron, Staff Sergeant Isbak Mamreo. From the 424th Air Base Squadron, Staff Sergeant Erickson Ramones. From the 86th Vehicle Readiness Squadron, Staff Sergeant Taylor Stewart. From the 721st Aerial Port Squadron, Staff Sergeant Kevin Taylor. From the 2nd Air Support Operations Squadron, Senior Airman Jonathan Webster. Ladies and gentlemen, Warrior Flight. Hey Warrior Flight, super proud of you guys and congratulations on graduating ALS. Just take some of the lessons that you learned here in ALS and take them on the outside. We all talked about having different supervisors that were either good or bad. Don't end up being on that bad side. Don't keep perpetuating the culture of not caring about your airmen. Remember what I said, we need to start loving each other more. So I love you guys and I'm proud of you, and take that and run with it. See you around. A big congratulations once again to all of our graduates. The Airman Leadership School's philosophy is to help mold airmen and guardians into better supervisors with a strong emphasis on leadership, academics, discipline, and teamwork. Though every graduate has met the objectives, there are those who went above and beyond the normal standards. Several students have excelled in all areas of the curriculum and will now be recognized for their individual achievements. The first award being presented today is the Commandant's Leadership Award. After being evaluated throughout the course, one student from each flight is nominated by their peers based purely on their leadership qualities. This award goes to the student who displayed outstanding leadership in the classroom and beyond. In order to determine the recipient of the award, interviews were conducted by the Commandant with each of the following nominees. Please give them a hearty congratulations as they are announced. From Avenger Flight.
From the 86th Communication Squadron, Senior Airman Heather Petrowski.
From Defender Flight.
From the 786 Civil Engineer Squadron, Staff Sergeant Stephen Olbeck.
From Freedom Flight.
From Detachment 1, 2nd Air Support Operations Squadron, Staff Sergeant Adam Mitchell.
From Guardian Flight.
From the 603rd Air Operations Center, Senior Airman Sierra Adams.
From Sentry Flight.
From the 721st Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Rebecca Tolles.
From Warrior Flight.
From the 402nd Intelligence Squadron, Staff Sergeant Jacob Foster.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Commandant's Leadership Award recipient for Class 2021-2 is...
From the 603rd Air Operations Center, Senior Airman Sierra Adams.
The next award is the Academic Achievement Award. This award is given to the student in the class with the highest academic standing and denotes excellence as a scholar. Ladies and gentlemen, the Academic Achievement Award recipient for Class 2021-2 is...
From the 450th Intelligence Squadron, Staff Sergeant John Scott.
The next award is the Distinguished Graduate Award. This award recognizes the students who have excelled in all areas of leadership, performance, and academic evaluations, placing them in the top 10% of the class. 7 students have earned this distinction. The first distinguished graduate is...
From the 450th Intelligence Squadron, Staff Sergeant John Scott.
The second distinguished graduate is...
From the 86th Communication Squadron, Senior Airman Heather Petrowski.
The third distinguished graduate is...
From the 86th Medical Squadron, Senior Airman Nicole Bitterlich.
The fourth distinguished graduate is...
From the 86th Medical Squadron, Senior Airman Madison Marks.
The fifth distinguished graduate is...
From the 402nd Intelligence Squadron, Staff Sergeant Jacob Foster.
The sixth distinguished graduate is...
From the 721st Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Rebecca Tolles.
The final distinguished graduate is...
From the 691st Cyber Operations Squadron, Staff Sergeant Joshua Flincham.
Today's final award is the John L. Levito Award. This award is named in honor of the lowest ranking airman in history to receive the Medal of Honor and is the highest level of recognition in enlisted professional military education. The student who receives this award is the most distinguished graduate who clearly excelled in all areas of leadership, performance, and academic evaluations. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ramstein Airman Leadership School is extremely proud to present the John L. Levito Honor Graduate for Class 2021-2.
From the American Forces Network Europe Benelux, Senior Airman Leah Ritchie.
Congratulations to all of our award recipients. And now, it is with great pleasure that I introduce the commander of the 86th Airlift Wing, Brigadier General Joshua Olson, and 86th Airlift Wing Command Chief, Hope Skibitsky, for closing remarks for our graduates.
Hey, congratulations. Chief Skibitsky and I couldn't be prouder of you. ALS is an incredible accomplishment both personally and professionally. As you go back to your work centers, I'd offer you one thing. Continue to mentor, coach, and lead. Be demanding customers of the 86th Airlift Wing in all of your areas. Continue to connect with your airmen. But at the end of the day, the most important thing to remember is to lead them well.
Well said, sir. Congratulations. The boss and I are super proud of you. We look forward to seeing you get out there and lead. We know that there's no manual for leadership. Trust me, I've looked for it. But just hope that we at least gave you enough information to get your foot through the door. Don't see yourselves as leaders of airmen. See yourselves as leaders. Continue to both mentor and lead, not just your subordinates, but your leaders as well. Congratulations.
Congrats.
Thank you, General Olson and Command Chief Skibitsky. This concludes our virtual ceremony. Please take care of yourselves and one another as you lead the next generation of airmen. Thank you for viewing and have an amazing day.